welcome back to Together with Ben Core Java Learning Series 1. In this video, we are going to continue array declaration and initialization. And our goal is to figure out a shortcut for the syntax as far as it goes. If you look at the first one, we have an interesting declaration. And we'll check out if this could be broken down into a simpler way, what it really shows here. And we are going to check out the clone method and try to add an extra element in the array. Is it possible? We'll check it out. And then at step 4, we are going to look at the shortcut syntax of the array. And lastly, we have something you will be checking out, unchecked exceptions. There are sometimes we can miss the index number in case, and when we do, we are going to get an exception, some sort. It should usually go by index out of bounds, something like that you will see in step 5. Let's get started. Initially, we have this declaration. Let's get it over here. And then the question is, what does it really mean when you declare something like this? Rows, columns, and rows and columns together. It's basically, if you look down here, it says back here. If you look at step 1 down here, you will see that it's broken down as int row, let's say row 1, and int column 1. Then this one is the interesting one. It's rows and cols 1. For your information, just in case you see something declared like this, you gotta understand the last one being the two-dimensional array. But that's not our focus right now, but I'm going to keep it as a single line right here. Now let's continue. Step 2. We are going to clone an array into another array, and let's get our array. And we are going to have another array, but we don't really need to initialize that one. Actually, we already covered step 4, as you can check it out. Instead of having to add one by one, you can add all your values in a single line. And we can come back to step 2. Let's go to the next line. And we're going to say array2 equals array1. As you can see, we can either get the length or the clone. Let's clone it. Now that's done. Now let's check out if array2 values are the same as array1. They should be identical since they are clones, but I want to make sure that they are. So I'll just create a string value again, index 0 test equals, this is another concatenation, if array1 index 0 equals array2 index 0. It's going to return a boolean type, true or false, and I want to find out if it can tell me they are equal or not equal. So this is known as the ternary operator, a simple one. And let's print out index test. As you can check, since array1 and array2 both contains 0 at index 0, it returns equal. Let's create another test. Index 1 test equals array1 index 1. And by accident, let's put here index 0 just to test out if our ternary operator works in the way it should work. And we put here equal or not equal. By the way, this is also known as if then else statement, but in a different format. Let's print out index 1 test. As you can check, the second one is not equal. So array 1 is not equal to array 0. We knew that. We were just testing if our case over here works right. Okay, now that settles it. Let's go to step 3. Can we add an element at the end of the array? Let's check it out. Array 2 has index numbers, just as array 1. Is there an index 10? Let's check it out. Array 2, index 10. And let's give it a value 10. Wait a second. No compilation error? Although it shows like this, no problem. We will most probably get an exception, just like the one I'm talking about in step 5. And let's try to print array2 index 10. We expect to get 10 out of this one, but let's see if this is going to work. Let's execute. There we go. We got an exception. And it is array index out of bounds exception. Array index out of bounds exception. So this is a type of unchecked exception. And I won't be talking about exceptions in this video, but something to check it out and stay tuned for the following videos for more information about that. But if you have seen the note over here, index 10 is out of bounds for length 10, because there is no length 10 and it's a fixed array. We cannot really do that. Since we are getting exception out of this one, because there is no index 10, let's comment these out and continue to last part of the video. Arrays have two methods. If you check it out, arrayCopy is one of them, and then arrays class have a method called copyOFRange. These are two powerful methods that we will be learning about in the next video. That will be all for today. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Until next time.